characters of True Detective, there's
Vince Vaughn, he's some shady mafia guy.
He's a low-level guy who's trying to make it in high-level crime.
Who's trying to go legit.
And it's going wrong for him.
I don't really know any of the characters' names. I just know the actors who play all of them.
Colin Farrell, he's Ray Velcoro.
You can tell if he's a good cop or a bad cop. When he's a bad cop, he has a mustache. When he's a good cop, he has no mustache.
In one episode, he told a child that he would butt their mother with the headless corpse of their father.
I identify with this little redhead kid because he always looks confused, and that's kind of how I look when I watch the show.
You have Rachel McAdams, who's
Allie from The Notebook.
She's sort of a cop. She's pissed off about everything.
But she's not like The Notebook anymore. She's angrier, kinkier.
She's like a detective who likes to have sex with a lot of dudes.
And then there's the third cop.
Taylor Kitsch.
He's a motorcycle cop and he did some shit in Afghanistan.
She's got boner problems.
Who else is there?
Mom? What mom? Oh, Taylor Kitsch's mom. Yeah, she's like some sort of hooker lady.
Then there's the Russians, then there's the drunken mayor, and then there's...
The only other character that's probably a big character is Vince Vaughn's wife.
Red-haired girl with cleavage.
She's always like sad for some reason. They want to have a baby.
Like every time she walks in the room, I just start laughing now.
You have a guy who's dead.
I think his name's Casper.
In like a Weekend at Bernie's type situation where he's riding around in a car dead and then he shows up at a park dead.
There's Stan. Who the Stan? Who is Stan?
So this show seems to be about
A lot of people whispering the entire time.
People talking.
and you're never quite sure what anyone is talking about.
Starts off, there's a murder.
And he's got X's on his eyes.
Vince Vaughn then needs to find out where his money went because when this guy died, his money disappeared.
He died in the first episode, and it was with a guy with a black crow face.
Then in the second episode,
He gets shot by a dude in a raven mask or an owl mask or some sort of weird mask.
This is cool. This is like Game of Thrones.
But Colin Farrell's not dead.
It's just some, buckshot or salt shot, and he wakes up and he's fine.
Vince Vaughn sent him to the house. I don't really remember how Vince Vaughn found out about the house. I think he talked to some guy who owned a club.
in there, we find out that Taylor Kitsch is gay, I think.
Yeah, then there's the big shootout.
During the shootout, the fat cop got shot in the head, and everybody was like, oh, that's important, but it wasn't important at all.
But they don't clear out the civilians. They just let them get absolutely mowed down.
Why did the ginger boy want to watch Friends? That was the most weird thing.
I watched that scene 3 times and I had no idea. Kept rewinding it like, what just happened?
All this is happening while Vince Vaughn is doing some shady stuff at the casino with his bad actress wife.
Then there's an orgy scene.
Rachel McAdams,
She goes into the hooker party.
Yeah, so she does ecstasy.
they're all doing coke. They're all having sex with these prostitutes.
She finds some missing person that we barely know about.
And then she stabs somebody there.
And then Taylor Kitsch finds some documents.
Look at these contracts. There's signatures all over them.
There's like some weird Scooby-Doo music happening.
But there's a problem, which is they still don't know where the hard drive is.
And then it's like, well, there's still something to be solved. There's diamonds that were stolen.
That's where this whole detective thing comes in.
This investigation spills into strip clubs and to some cult retreat.
Taylor Kitsch goes to investigate. He goes through the tunnels and he finds the Afro cop.
Spoiler alert, Taylor Kitsch is now dead.
Ooh, Colin Farrell and Rachel McAdams finally do something.
Post-orgy, sitting in a hotel room, intensely hugging.
At first, she tries to hit on him because she's on lots of drugs.
She's trying to bone Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell's not having it because he's a good guy now.
And my only thought with that, I was like, McConaughey wouldn't have turned her down.
Now here's my prediction for what's going to happen in the finale.
I stopped watching after 3 episodes.
What I think is gonna happen is that maybe Frank gets to take out the Russian dude.
Colin Farrell's going to sacrifice himself to save Rachel McAdams and the hard drive.
Taylor Kitsch, I think he's coming back to life like Jesus.
And then at the end of the show, Colin Farrell's fake son is going to find out that his dad was actually a hero.
Nothing of any substance will happen.
And that's why Vince Vaughn's angry. I think I know more than I thought I did.
I think that's it.
My name's Travis in the movie. I'm this sort of spoiled rich kid who just wants to drive his yellow Lamborghini around in Hollywood and meet girls and do all this nonsense. Billy Bob Thornton plays my dad, a Texas oil billionaire who invests in this movie that Ari and Vince are involved in.